fashion patterns, but we have also created an art pattern. Now, because of this, kids might want to get more creative from just seeing how accessible art supplies can be.
Hey people, good afternoon. So so you guys, this is like my first live. I don't even know how to navigate it, but I guess with time I would understand better. So lately they've just been a lot of fights and chaos, like literally everything going on in the Big Brother house. And I decided to come on here live and let's chat, like I said, let's like discuss about what's going on, the whole fights and what have you. So once you join the live, please send me a message, kindly comment, let me know that you're here. You can comment with a hi or whatever, but let me hear you say something at least. Welcome you guys. So I was going to ask how people stream videos on YouTube. Like how do people stream Big Brother Live on YouTube? And also I wanted to know how to remove shadow ban from the channel, because you guys don't mind my manners. Anyways, I noticed that this channel seemed like it's shadow banned already. So I wish to know like possible way to take it out, because it's kind of killing my vibe on the channel. So you guys, you know any way to first of identify that your channel is shadow banned, and then subsequently like what do I do to like take it off? Because there are certain things about Big Brother. I always watch it. I love the show a lot. If you notice on my channel, previously it was always, you know, lifestyle and personal things I post on here. But once Big Brother started, you guys, like, it's one of my favorite shows. So once it starts, I always like to enjoy it. So I felt the need to like always bring it on here when I watch. But for some reason, I just feel like my channel, it's not I feel like my channel is actually shadow banned, because I realized that the views on my channel drastically dropped, and that's quite discouraging most times. Like, you know, when you post out content you know that people are willing to see and watch and enjoy, you don't get to get views on it. So I don't know, do you guys know anything I can do differently? Do I need to do anything in particular just to stop the shadow ban from happening, or to stop it, I mean, going forward, because I know there is shadow ban already existing. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to even talk about what happened yesterday, like yesterday morning, that the housemates that went to level 3 to go have what was that movie date here. They went for movie dates in supposed level 3 house, came back, and Shegs was saying things like, oh, he feels so bad. No, that he actually loved the fact that they went, you know, separate, like they were separated. That is, he was telling Bella that he liked the way they were separated, and he felt like there was need for that, because even outside Big Brother house they will end up not being together. I mean, when he would be in London and all of that, like he wouldn't be with her, and he's happy she's not asking, like he's getting used to that, so that it wouldn't be an issue for them when they are out of Big Brother house. And a part of me feel like, what is this guy? Anyways, I don't know. Don't mind this my head. I mean, my head is messing me up, but I think I understand the fact that Shegs was trying to say that he tried hearing other people's opinion. I really love that. I mean, I love the fact that he tried to listen to other people. You know, one thing about life is there are certain times when you be doing things and you feel like you're actually right. Well, you're really not right. Like when people tend to talk to you, whoa, nepa. Anyways, when people tend to talk to you, sorry, let me open my window. So you notice that when people tend to talk to you, you understand that some things you see in a certain way, they are actually not what they are. And I think that was what Shex was trying to say yesterday when he was telling Bella that he loved the fact that they were separated and he tried hearing other people's opinion. I mean, on certain issues. Because I mean, if you've been following the show, you understand that whenever Bella has an issue, it's Shek's problem. Whenever Shek has an issue, it's Bella's problem. You know, it's just sometimes I understand the fact that you try to defend your person, right? But in certain situations, just let people be themselves. Like, allow people sort their issues, because sometimes your person can be wrong, and that was what Fina was trying to explain to Shex yesterday. He explained to him that she explained to him that you guys can't always be wrong. Sorry, you guys can't always be right, and sometimes it's essential you listen to people. It's necessary you hear what people have to say. You know, hear people's opinion, hear people's side of the story, the reason they are doing what they had to do. I think the reason she had to talk about this is because of the last fight they had. If you remember, I think it was 2 days back or 3 days back, Bella and Fina got into a very heated, like, as in very heated, very heated argument that they even got to the extent of causing their generations, like your family, the person that trained you. You are from the bush, I be from wherever it is. They said, what did she? I think she said she's from the street or something like that. Like, they actually got in a heated argument. Now, according to Fina's annoyance is not that she and Bella were having issues, or I mean, on the like, the reason she was mad at Shex is the fact that he got himself involved. Like, this is girls' fight. Okay, get yourself off this fight. Do you understand? I think I understand where she's coming from. I wouldn't like the fact that I wouldn't like a situation whereby I'm fighting with a girl. It must even be my friend, and then my man is coming to like insult her. So you're stupid for. Do you understand? It doesn't really speak well of the person, and sometimes the person might not even be right. So Fina was trying to explain to Shex that so you see, whenever your babe has an issue, try allow her sort out her issue herself. Okay, sort out her issue with people that she has the issue with, and not, you know, trying to get yourself in between, because it doesn't even make any single sense. Then again, I wanted to talk about Doyin and Chizzy. I don't know what is going on there. Even though, Doyin made it very clear that she doesn't want to have any relationship in the house. Like, she doesn't want to be in any ship in the house, because according to her, she feel like it's not going to be real. And I don't entirely believe in that, because there are certain people that meet people under a week and then fall in love. And for some people, I don't know, I'm stammering. For some people, it eventually works out for them. Like, you know, they might eventually get married and, you know, live happily ever after. After all, there have been relationships that started from Big Brother house, and right now they are doing well. People like Teddy A and Bam Bam, people like Gedoni and Kafi, and what have you. So there are certain relationships that came from Big Brother and they are good. Like, you know, they work out right. But then again, everybody have their preference when it gets to relationships. So I totally understand if Doyin doesn't want to have any relationship in the house, even though that was not the impression she gave us from the beginning, because she was literally kissing Saif. I think that was his first Saturday party or second party, something like that. She was really kissing, and not kissing, she was French kissing. So I don't understand why she said she didn't want to have any relationship in the house. But my perspective is, I feel she's not really into Chizzy, so she's looking for a way to like end whatever it is that Chizzy is feeling for her. Like, even to the I don't even know, should I call her Cruz? Chizzy has been calling her my wife, like, please my wife, do this, and nobody should disturb my wife, you know, those kind of thing. But Chizzy is one kind of a crazy person that you might not totally understand. So we can't bank on the fact that Chizzy is calling her my wife, because he might not even be serious. Let's be very realistic. He might not be serious. Chizzy is actually an all over the place kind of person. Okay. But then a part of me is really happy that Chizzy is a rider, because I like the way he's really giving everybody, like, if he sees that if he feels like you're messing up, you just give it to you. In fact, there was even one night like that. He was he went, okay, I think, was it party night? He was, okay, after like it was a party night. After the party, he actually creeped into Daniela's bed and laid down. So he went to Daniela's bed and laid down, and then Dotun, after all the serene, now went to, saw that someone was there, apparently thought it was Daniela, and then went to like lie down next to I had to lie down next to her. All of a sudden, oh, okay, when he now looked, and I saw that it was Cheesy. Cheese now opened opened the duvet and said, "Stay away from my daughter," because you know Cheesy has been calling Daniela. I've been calling Daniela my daughter. Honestly, I love that. I don't even know really. You know, when it gets to this feeling thing, you can't really tell who is genuine or not. But my take on Daniela is, since you already started a relationship with somebody, it doesn't matter if you left day 1 or day 72. The important thing is you already started a relationship with somebody. So if for any reason you want the relationship to continue, oh god, what's this noise? If you want the relationship to continue, I mean, you should respect whatever it is you guys shared, whether he's there or not, because she's making it look like, okay, Khalid is not there, so I can have something to do with somebody else. Forgetting that you're on national TV, people will judge you based on what you're, even if you're not even on national TV, it's just a wrong way to do things. Do you understand? Like, if you're having a relationship with Khalid and you claim you really love Khalid, if he's not there, you should wait for him or wait till you meet him again, right? And not trying to spring up something or start up something with Dotun. This minute you're with Dotun, kissing him and all of that. Next minute you're telling him to distance himself from you. Like, you need to pick a struggle. Even yesterday night during the party, Daniela literally kissed Dotun, right? So I don't really understand when she says she doesn't want to have anything with Dotun, but you're still giving him green light. You still do all those, oh, you didn't check up on me. You are really giving him the green light that you want, like you're still interested in the relationship when you're not. Do you understand? So I personally feel like it's just wrong in every angle. I don't know what's going on with this noise. I think when anyways, you guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm currently wearing my mic, so I want to believe that my mic will not whichever noise that is coming from wherever. Now let's talk about Phyna and Groovy. See, I am a lover. I'm a sucker for love. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sucker for love. But oh my god, 1 minute. So you guys, I'm literally a sucker for love. Like, I love a lot, but you have to understand something. The foundation of your love or your relationship goes a long way to determine. God, I don't know where this noise is coming from. Like, I don't know who these people are. Anyway, see, I love this distance thing, guys, so nothing is going to make me stop. Anyway, now I don't like the foundation of Groovy and Phyna's relationship, because for some reason I feel like it was built on so many should I call it stability or deceit or whatever. It's just so much going on with that relationship. Today you are telling a girl not to date a guy because the guy is not worth it. Like, why are you even killing yourself about this guy? And the next minute you're in his bed professing how much you love him and how much you don't want your relationship to fail. It's just two-faced to me. Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all. So personally, I feel like Phyna and Groovy's relationship will never get head. I don't know whether you are rooting for her or not. Personally, I don't feel like it's ever going to work at all, because Phyna is just okay. Phyna is I love her on the show. Okay, I love her as a person. Except exempting her relationship, I really do love her. Like, she's energetic. She's just a fun person. Like, when you're around her, you will definitely be hyped because she's always, happy. She's always I don't know how to put, like, hyper, yeah, but in a good way. Do you understand? If you are like angry or dull or what have you, she can easily be that person that can make you happy, or make you just snap out of that bad mood. So that's one thing I like about her. If she eventually becomes the season 7 winner, honestly, I would even be very happy for her, because I feel like she deserves it. Do you understand? But when it gets to her love life, I really don't like the the ground on which she built her relationship. I mean, her relationship with. Okay, I think this noise is out. Let me open the window. Sorry. So I really don't like the ground on which she built her relationship with Groovy. It's just a lot. Okay, this minute you're telling a girl you don't want her to date this guy. The next minute you're having a conversation with your friend and she said she wanted a guy, you should help her talk to the person. And you said okay. Now the next minute you're now the girl in the picture. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just a lot. It's just a lot. That's why I don't like that relationship. Now talking about Hermes and Allison, I don't totally understand what's going on there. I don't want to believe Allison is using Hermes for strategy, because she said it from the beginning of the show that she actually liked him. I mean, not like immediately, but a couple of weeks, into the game, she said it that she liked him. So I don't want to believe she's there because of strategy. Maybe she feel like he's good or whatever. I don't think it's true. But I don't understand why she would even want to pursue that relationship, because from the onset of the show, Hermes said it that he has 2 girlfriends. 2 girlfriends that are aware that he's dating the both of them, okay? And then when he was asked on stage, if you remember vividly, the first day he got into the house, Ebuka asked him, he said, is there room for another relationship? He said no. Do you understand? So even though he thought about like nah, that kind of thing, but he actually said no, okay? And then when he had a conversation with Allison about their relationship, he asked Allison, what do you want? Do you understand? And Allison said, I want you without I want you without your girlfriends. Oju kokoro. I don't know if I got this right, Chavo. You understand what I'm saying? Big eye. You want him without the other girls that's been there with him through thick and thin, and see. Anyways, so he said, of course, that's not possible. Like they well, that relationship is no, it's not funny. It's not a funny relationship, but it's just making me laugh because I mean, you're saying you want him without his girlfriends. He already said it, like it was part of his identity. Even when he introduced himself in the house, he said it. I have 2 girlfriends that they know that I'm dating them and they're okay with it. And the housemates, in fact, for that week he introduced himself, they kept on making jest of him, like, trying to understand how is this possible, what do you mean, do you understand? Some people were even having side talk about it. So it's not like something hidden, it's established. Oh, I have a relationship with so and so, and they are both aware of it. Now you want to be in the relationship without them, it's not possible. Now why are you pursuing this when you know that? And he has already told her it's not possible. I can't leave my babes, okay? I can't leave my babes, so pick a struggle. And then she's insisting on, okay, now she still wants a ship with him, but it's no longer defined, right? Because she wants him without the girls, and he doesn't mind accommodating her, but with the girls. Do you understand? So I mean, there's just conflict there, and I feel like this seems like it's going to be an unending thing, really, because why am I even calling Shex? Hermes is not ready to leave his relationships, okay? And Allison is not ready to be the third lady in the triangle, in the square. So personally, I just wish she can understand that and move back. Now another relationship that I really don't understand what's going on there is Chomzy and Elo Swag. Honestly, I don't know what they are doing, but in my personal opinion, Chomzy is not into Elo Swag at all. I don't care if anybody wants to argue this, but it's very clear, like crystal clear, she's not even into him at all. Like this meaning, I feel like she's with him because there's no other choice. You understand? You get what I mean? Like she said, she likes Groovy, and Groovy is with Fina, and because there's no other guy that is giving her attention except Elo Swag, she's now, just managing him, because he has tried, dating her a couple of times, and she told him that she's not interested. Do you understand? Like she actually said it that she's not interested. So I don't see the reason Elo Swag would ever think the relationship is ever going to last. Like yesterday, he was mad at her and he refused to like be with anybody. He just went outside and sat by himself. Why was he angry? Because he felt like Chomzi was really into Fina and Groovy's relationship. Okay, that's to tell you that in as much as you feel like they are in a ship, he still has that level of insecurity, like this thing might not really work, like this girl is still into Groovy. Personally, I don't even think Chomzi is really into Groovy. It's just, well, there's no other guy available, so I can as well just chill with this person. You understand? I feel like she's not even into anybody, like the girl, no bad. I don't think she's actually into them. Even in fact, the worst is Elo Swag. I don't even think she likes Elo Swag at all. Because even yesterday night, when they were having their pool party, Elo Swag went somewhere else and was just doing all those breakdowns. What am I doing? Anyways, Elo Swag was literally doing all those his breakdance and what have you, and Chomzi didn't care. Like, she was literally rocking Brian. Not even only Brian, she was just enjoying herself, basically, like dancing, taking her chops and what have you, and just having her fun. Then I think just towards the end, she now went to meet Brian. So not Brian, she went to meet Elo Swag to like probably ask him what was wrong with you and all of that. And when she realized that the guy was, I mean, someone might tell you I'm okay or there's nothing, but you can tell when something is wrong with someone you're close to, right? So she knew something was wrong, but when she asked and he didn't really, come forth, like, explain what was wrong with him and all of that, she just went about her normal life. So I beg, personally, I feel like there's nothing there. Like, they should just close that ship. They should close that ship and save it for the next season. I'm telling you, because that one you don't even get hurt at all. Then Chichi is not even about a relationship because they is no longer in the house, but that Chichi talks. Chichi just talks about everybody. See, I like people that are in a place. See, everybody gossip, that's the truth. Okay, everybody gossip. If you're not gossiping with your boyfriend, you're gossiping with your sister, you're gossiping with your friend, you're gossiping with your neighbor, there's certainly somebody you talk about. That's the truth. So everybody gossip at some point. But I like people that have a stand. Like, if I gossip you, we are not cool. I can't be talking bad about my friend to you, then come to my friend, and then I'm acting, oh my love, my darling. It doesn't add up at all. Do you understand what I mean? So I personally feel like that's all shades of wrong. Chichi needs to pick a struggle. Like, if you have a friend, you have a friend, okay? If you don't have a friend, you don't have a friend. She always have a lot to say about Shades and Bella, and then you go to Bella and you're acting like there's a friendship, like there's something, like you're cool with her, you're cordial with her, you've never said anything bad about her. I don't like people like that. I just tag them two-faced. And I guess that's the reason when Chichi yesterday was trying to talk to Doyin about something that was annoying her and all of that, like she was saying I mustn't be friends with everybody, blah 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 blah, and Doyin didn't want to say a thing. She was just saying, oh okay, but you know yourself. Oh okay, you understand that kind of thing, and I totally understand where she's coming from. She's trying not to tell her anything because Chichi is that kind of person that will still go and start saying this, and like she's just two-faced. That's the best way to describe her. Okay, and I don't like that about her. Like, I mean, stand in a place, all right? Have a stance. Now, talking about Rachel. See, Rachel, I like Rachel, but I just noticed that it's not a botcha. I noticed that recently she has withdrawn herself from Fina and Chichi. If you notice, like throughout last week or even from last 2 weeks, they've been like best friends, like inseparable. Like, I mean, Chichi, Fina, and Rachel. That's the community of the cooks in the house, the chefs in the house. Like, they actually formed a group, and they were actually very very close. Like, they would schedule on when to cook and when not, who to cook for and who not, like who to add to their list and all of that. But I noticed that after Fina won the head of house, and of course saved Chichi to replace with Allison, and then when she was asked to choose people for movie dates, she still didn't pick Rachel. She picked Brian. I think that was when Rachel understood her place, or felt like, now I understand my place, I'm not really that important to this person, or she doesn't rate me, and now she's withdrawn. Okay, so even after the whole movie dates and all of that, and they were back to the house and going about their normal life, they still talk, but not as much as before, like, forming closeness as before. No, they no longer do that. And I think it's just coming from a place of Rachel feel like she now know her place. This person doesn't rate me, I can keep to my keep to myself, right? And even yesterday, after the tax they had yesterday, okay, before yesterday there was a techno tax before then, not yesterday, I think 2 days back or so, that Bella and Rachel were in a group. Okay, so they won. Obviously they had the best video. Okay, and then they won. I realized that even while she was jubilating, she didn't even go to Fina, or Fina didn't come to her to like hug her. You understand that kind of thing? Like, as friends now, like very close people that they used to be, like she didn't even come to hug her at all. And then yesterday again, they had a lush hair tax, which coincidentally Bella and Rachel were also in the same team again, and then they won again. And even while they were jubilating, or after the tax, usually friends now, when your team win after the tax, they usually go and congratulate, like, oh, congratulations and all of that. But I didn't even see that again between, I can't see clearly again, that's my glasses. So I didn't even see that between Chichi and did I just say Chichi? What's wrong? Too? Between Rachel and Fina at all. So I personally feel like that relationship has scattered. Okay, and it's just because of, I think it just started from that head of house task. Like, she understood her place and decided to act accordingly. Then let's even talk about Chomzi. I noticed that Chomzi Chomzi is beginning to feel like she's a major competition here. Let me put it like that. I really love Chomzi a lot. In fact, let me even cast myself. That week that she was off eviction, she was the person I voted for. In fact, I voted for her. I used my husband's phone to vote for her as well. That's how much I love Chomzi. But unfortunately, I can't be the only one to keep her in the house, so she was evicted. Now she feel like she's the competition. Like, these people thought I was evicted and now I'm back. They should not work. They should not. They shouldn't even bother. Like, I'm going to be here today, the night 72, and when I win, I can imagine the kind of shock and whatever that will be on their faces and all of that. I love her. She's quite a competitive person. I honestly even wish she's still on the show. To be very honest, I sincerely wish she's still on the show, because I mean, she's quite competitive, and I love her kind of. No. I love some of her qualities. Okay, I love that she's a go-getter. Like, when there is a task or when there is anything to do, she goes for it, like, head on. Okay, she's not that kind of person that would shy away from certain, do you understand what I mean? Like, certain girls, like, when they see a task and they feel like it's very tedious, they tend to like shy away from it. But Chomzi is never that person. She's that person that would want to like go head on and get the task done. And I love that about her. Okay, I really love that about her. Then oh, sorry, I really love that about her. Okay, but now she's not beginning to feel like she's a threat. Actually, certain housemates might see her as threats, because even when they were asked during their diary section, after they got back to the house, that the supposed level 3 guests came back and the housemates had their diary sections, they were asked, who do you think is what do you think about the people that came back? Most of them were saying, oh, they were surprised doing and Hello Swag got back, but they were not surprised about Chomzi, because they all feel Chomzi is a threat. So for you to understand that even the housemates were seeing Chomzi as a threat, like somebody that is like a major competitor. Do you understand what I mean? So I feel so bad for her that she eventually had to leave, because she's such a go-getter. Like, I love that about her. I love that when there's a task to be done, even when the guys are going head on about it, she too, she comes out. Do you understand? That's one good thing about Chomzi. But I hated that aspect of her, talking about things that has been said to her. Like, okay, it's just like when Chomzi excuse me, just like when Bella told her what Amaka said. I mean, it could have been true. Amaka said it. If you've been following up on my channel, I made mention of, it's possible Amaka said that. Not because I hate Amaka, I really do like Amaka a lot, but she's someone that talks a lot, so there's possibility that she can say that. But my annoyance is your friend can tell you something in confidence, and it's clear she was advising you, like, see, don't try to have something to do with this groovy guy. He's already intimate with Fina. In fact, they did so and so. It might be a lie, but she heard it and she's confiding in you as a friend. Like, forget it. Like, do you understand that kind of thing? Like, no road, there's no road here. Like, forget about this guy. And instead of you to like keep it to yourself and work on whatever it is that is going on, what you decided to do is to go to the person that was talked about to tell him what you heard. It's just all shades of wrong. Let's be realistic. It's all shades of wrong, because you could have at least kept it to yourself and work on that. Even if you want to talk about it, certainly not. In fact, it's even wrong. Do you understand? That's just one thing I don't like about Chomzy. And I don't like the fact she feels like so many people don't like her. Like, try and be a positive person. I'm naturally a very positive person. I know that there's possibility that some people might not like me, but I don't even, I barely think about that. Okay, I think about I'm loved. I think about I can get this. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I always like putting up a positive mindset, and I feel like that's what every person is supposed to do. Okay, at every point in your time you should have a positive mindset. So that's one thing I don't like about Chomzy. Chomzy always feel like everybody don't like her, just the same way Shez and Bella feel like people don't like them. You shouldn't always say that. In fact, someone might like you, but because of your projection or because of your thoughts or what you said out, oh, they don't like me, oh, it's me, oh, they want me to fail. For some reason, it just starts happening. People that liked you for no reason, or people that have always liked you tend not to like you again. So that's just what I don't like about Chomzy. I don't like that she's negative sometimes. I mean, she feel like people don't like her. She's not really actually a negative person, because when there is tag, she goes like head on and follows it like she knows she's going to win it. And most times she always win. Okay, so but what I don't like about her is the fact that she feel people don't like her. You shouldn't always think that way, because most times people might not actually hate you. Okay, and then I don't like the fact that she can't keep whatever it is that is told to her. Like, somebody will tell you something and then you go and tell. In fact, when they even had to watch that movie with Fina, Groovy and Brian, that is when they were in the level 3 house, that Groovy, Brian and Fina came up to the house or the room to watch movie with them. She said something about Chichi. She said, oh, who did you now save and replace, when she heard that she was head of house. And she said, oh, I saved Chichi and I replaced Allison. And she went, you see, after all she said, you see, after all she said, she still put her. Do you understand? It didn't make sense to me. Do you understand? You and Fina are not best of friends that you're trying to protect her interest. You guys are not even friends at all. She's friends with Chichi and not you. So if there is anything, she should figure it out herself. After all, Fina herself said some bad things about Chichi from the beginning of the show. If you actually watch that initial time when they were still level 1 and level 2, when level 2 housemates were talking about their roommates during the lockdown, because each person from each level were meant to be in a room for their lockdown period. I don't know how long. Okay. Now, when Fina was asked to talk about her lockdown roommate, she talked about Chichi because apparently Chichi was her lockdown roommate. She was just saying no manner of sort, like that babe, she can do anything for money. Chichi, she can. Do you understand that kind of thing? Like, she literally said some bad things about her. Okay, and nobody from level 2 has gone to tell Chichi these are things that Fina said about you. She will eventually see it. That's the truth. She will eventually see it. Now, if it's Chichi's friend that's trying to tell her, see, this is what this person said about you, you should be more careful around her, maybe it can be understandable. Do you get what I mean? It can be understandable that, oh, this is a friend looking out for a friend, but not you as Chomzy that is not friends at all. You are clearly trying to put fight or put war in between the both of them. She will eventually find out. This is a show, a reality show. It's documented. Even in the next 20 years, you can pull up the videos, okay, and see whatever it is that happened. So whenever they get out of the house and they're ready to watch it, she will watch all those things. Likewise, Chichi as well will watch the things that Fina said about her. So if that is now a period for them to redefine their friendship, well, good for them. All right, I just feel like there are certain things you hear you just need to keep to yourself. I mean, they are just very irrelevant. what's wrong with my tongue? They're just very relevant. You get what I mean? So that's exactly what I don't like about Shamsi, but I love her. I really do love her a lot. I don't even know if there's any housemate I've not spoken about. Who did I not talk about? I think Brian. Brian is just cool. Brian is a big baby to me. I mean, he's just cordial with everybody. One good thing I like about Brian is the fact that whenever he has an issue with anybody at all, he will always come back to make, resolve the issue. Even when he had issues with Sheikh and Bella, when he had issues with Hermes, when he had issues with Modella, on different occasions. I like people like that. I like people that, even after a fight, they want to resolve an issue, not people that would fight with you and now feel like, oh, you're not worth it, or they wouldn't care about the friendship anymore. I love that about him, that he tries to resolve issue. He tries to bring you into his shoes, like, see what I was seeing at the time that made me act the way I acted, and he's willing to hear your own side of the story, and then you guys trash it out. I really love that about Brian. Brian is not even into any kind of ship in the house, so there's nothing much to talk about him, but he's cool. He's very, very cool. I love that his positive energy. I mean, he's just someone that will fight with you this minute, and when he's calm, he's ready to talk it over, like, discuss it, trash it out, and all of that. In fact, that of Hermes stood out for me. Like, even after Hermes took the fight to heart and came and called him up and replaced Adekunle with him when he was head of house, he was given the veto power to save and replace. Okay, he saved Adekunle and replaced with Brian. I still love the fact that even though he put him up, he still went up to say, guy, let's talk. Okay, this is this and that is that. This is why I acted the way I acted. I was willing to come and apologize, but when I came, you were already blowing hot and I couldn't speak to you at the time. Okay, I'm sorry, blah 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 blah. It just made sense. Like, it made so much sense to me. He's just that kind of person that is always willing to make amends, to make peace with people. Do you understand? So yeah, that is basically that about the housemates. I think at this point I'll have to end this live. This is officially my first live on YouTube. I don't even know how I navigated to get up to this point, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I'm having this live. I'm glad I had the opportunity to chat with you guys. Please, even if you didn't join this live up to this moment, or you watch it after on, I would want to hear your comments. Okay, let me hear what you think about the housemates. Let me hear what you think about the live. Let me hear what you want us to do more on this live. Like, whenever we come on live, should we tell you what happened during eviction? Should we tell you what happened under the duvet? Should we talk about relationships? Let's just talk about, let me know what you guys want me to talk about so that we can always narrow it down. Thank you guys for joining me up to this point. Thank you guys for not leaving me when these NEPA people disappointed me. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time on my channel. Bye. Thank you so much. How do I say